Hello, welcome to this new video. Today we are going to study the third conditional, okay? Third conditional, okay? Very important tense, okay? Well, first of all, the usage, okay? We use it usually for a hypothesis in the past, a situation that did not happen in the past. Therefore, it's a supposition in the past, something that has no remedy, something that we cannot change anymore. Okay, so this is important to know when we use it. Okay, and then the form is we have two clauses, first clause and then second clause. Okay, and the second clause is would have plus past participle, the same as present perfect, and the first clause is if plus past perfect, okay? Had done, had studied, if I had studied, if I had worked, okay? Yeah, be careful, never put together if plus would in the same clause, okay, in the same phrase. You have to use it in the different parts of the structure, okay? Now, be careful with the past perfect, the idea of the past perfect, because in English, it's always the same, for the indicative or for the subjunctive tense. But in Spanish, we have pretérito pluscuamperfecto subjuntivo. Si yo hubiera pasado, okay? If I had done, si yo hubiera hecho. No es había hecho, yo había hecho is the same in English, but in Spanish, we use a different tense. So you have to be careful because you might be, oh, yeah, you have to think. Well, when you are using a conditional, the most important thing to remember is that you're going to use if. That is what indicates in English the condition, okay? The if word. Okay, let's do a little practice with this past perfect idea. Si yo hubiera pasado, if I had passed. Si yo hubiera estudiado, if I had studied. Si yo hubiera parado, if I had stopped. Si yo hubiera llegado, if I had arrived. Wonderful. Okay, this idea is very important. Now, the conditional part, the past conditional part, is the same in Spanish and English. In this case, you don't have any problems. Is the condicional compuesto. Yo habría pasado, I would have passed. Yo habría estudiado, I would have studied. Yo habría parado, I would have stopped. Yo habría llegado, I would have arrived. Okay, with the past participle at the end. Okay, let's see it in an example where we use the positive affirmation, the question, and the negative statement. Okay. If he had driven slowly, he would have avoided the accident. Okay, si hubiera conducido despacio, él habría evitado el accidente. Okay, so associate habría, hubiera, habría. This is very important to translate, to associate that way. Question: would he have had an accident if he hadn't driven so fast? Habría, would he have, habría tenido un accidente si no hubiera conducido tan rápido? Negative. If he hadn't driven so fast, he wouldn't have had an accident. Okay? Si no hubiera conducido tan rápido, no habría tenido un accidente. Okay? Would, in fact, would is one of the few words in English that does not translate unless it goes together with another word. Okay, so it needs a word to translate into something, but would by itself doesn't mean anything. Okay, so would have, habría, would, do, haría. Okay, this is the idea. Okay, so now I'm going to I'm going to do here a little game with you. Okay, I'm gonna have some questions and then you're going to reply. Okay. He passed the exam because he studied a lot. So negative. If he hadn't studied a lot, he wouldn't have passed the exam, right? Would he have passed the exam if he had studied a lot? Okay, well, always the question, you always begin with would. Okay, so now the clock stopped because the electricity went out. If the electricity hadn't gone out, the clock wouldn't have stopped. Question with would. Would the clock have stopped if the electricity had gone out? Okay, had gone out. Se apagar, irse la luz, apagarse. Yes. My boss arrived late because there was a traffic jam. If there hadn't been a traffic jam, my boss wouldn't have arrived late. Si no hubiera habido. Okay. Question with would. Would my boss have arrived late if there hadn't been a traffic jam? Si no hubiera habido. Very important, the translation for the pluscuamperfecto in Spanish. Okay, he was tired because he hadn't slept for 8 hours. If he had slept for 8 hours, he wouldn't have been tired. No habría estado cansado in the past. Question, would he have been tired if he had slept for 8 hours? Yes or no? You know, that's a question and you have an answer. He cried because he wasn't happy. If he had been happy, he wouldn't have cried. Would he have cried if he had been happy? Okay, so this is the idea, okay? So the important thing here is that you create your own examples, you do your own exercises, and then it becomes automatic for you, okay, to do this tense, because this tense is a complicated tense. A lot of the students, you know, take a long time to learn this tense. So the good thing about a video is that you can repeat by itself. You can repeat by yourself the video as many times as you like, okay? So this is basically the idea about the third conditional. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you the next time. Goodbye. Thank you.